slides. That bitch you say you did from the. No, Lord, me the times that I was broke. Acting like a none. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of.
Get over. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbly. One in the hand, one in the bag. Look at the cash, bubbly. One in the hand, look at the cash, bubbly. Look at the cash, bubbly.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80.
Here across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play fake here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Not to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. The 20. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And who's got it? The Giants! Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose.
Bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And on the ground they go with the running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Allen now looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll run it here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Eluding the pressure right. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go. 3:19. 3:19.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch, well, hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It fights him off. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! 3:19! 3:19!
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gone, 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 gone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now Allen throwing on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out this? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for... And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Bills, they've grabbed the lead over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end. The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Set. Green, 39.
Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the Giants ready to come out now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. And who's got it? The Giants. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Ohio!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggle.
They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Forced out to his left. Now it got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen steps away to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On play action, Allen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. This is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. That one looks like he'll throw here. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Crawford. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Ohio! Ohio!
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back to throw here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Rosas now to add the PAT. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last season.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we...
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Right down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the race for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Play the right flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. Eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the juice. Get up running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the